Alright guys, here we are back on NR2003. Today we have another very exciting video for you, continuing our 2020 Xfinity season mode here today. I do apologize about the delay in this series, but I am back on the grind recording this season mode. So let's get a quick standings update. The last time out we were at Atlanta and we picked up our win, so we lock ourselves into the playoffs. Most likely, I don't think there's going to be more than 12 winners. See with the cutoff line right here, Anthony Alfredo, Riley Herbst, Cesar Bacarella, and Alex Labbe, the first four that are out. So we are safe in the playoffs, and that is a pretty good feeling. It means we can take a lot of chances in the races to go in the regular season. Alright, so looking ahead to our next race, it's going to be at the Homestead at Miami Speedway. Now I chose to go with the Homestead 2013 SDT version because it is a day race, and also I was having some issues with some of the newer ones crashing. I think, with this mod and some of the, nicer looking tracks, having some issues with 36 cars on the track, causing my game to crash, and it's in the middle of the race always, so I'm wasting all this time trying to record races and the game ends up crashing. So we're going to be doing 54 laps here today, 36 AI opponents on 98 difficulty. I'll see you guys in the race.
Drivers, start your engines!
Alright guys, it is race time here at Homestead. 54 laps ahead of us. We are starting in the back of the field. And again, I wanted to say my apologies for the delay in this series. I was having some issues, with, for one, just taking a little break from recording. But for two, I was trying to record this race many times and other versions of Homestead, and my game kept crashing, so I don't know what's going on with that. So we're on this version. Hopefully it all works out. Maybe not the most realistic, maybe not the most updated. I know there is a chase for the Sprint Cup signage. That is the worst timeline of NASCAR, but hopefully you all enjoy this race, and hopefully you see this race, because that'll mean that I'm finally out of Homestead at Miami. And we are slow off the brake right there, but that's okay. As I said, we already have our win on lock, so it is no biggie if we don't put in the best performances here. And we'll see how we run. The AI seems pretty quick. I didn't put too many practice laps in around this track, so don't know how I'll compare, but this track's way faster than it is in real life, I'm pretty sure. This might be a little bit of an unrealistic version of Homestead, but maybe this is how it was in 2013. Come out onto the front straight right here. I'm just glad to be racing again, it puts a smile on my face. That's all a track needs to do, so wanted to, get back to some serious racing. I definitely want to get back on iRacing for definitely this coming week, I think, maybe record some stuff on there, as I'm always, trying to commit myself to that so I can really take my sim racing to the next level. I think it's going to take me, racing a lot and, maybe grinding some races. That being said, we are 3 wide on the bottom right here. iRacers don't like it when you do that, so maybe I shouldn't. I just slid it right in on the bottom. This car has a lot of grip. This track has a lot of grip, and it's kind of fun, not gonna lie, but man, this is almost Homestead Super Speedway. It's crazy. The AI is cracked. They're 3 wide, really racing hard. Working the bottom, making some moves 3 wide. And I was talking about having some issues with tracks crashing and stuff. I think that's just a combination of using this mod, on some of the newer tracks that really are demanding for graphics. And, I'm recording at the same time, trying to record at very high quality. So, that's pretty demanding on your rig. So that's probably what's causing crashes. This game was never meant for all of this. So, it's amazing just to have it. With that being said, it looks like we're up into the 30th position. So top 30, very good so far. Careful right there in the middle. Considering our speeds, I imagine we're going to have some tire wear by the end of this. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. Yeah, the rights are slipping a little bit. We're only on lap 5, so it shouldn't be too bad. But I don't want to work the tires too hard, as I'm loving how close the AI is. Again, maybe not the most realistic, but enjoyable for me nonetheless. Do we dare sneak to the inside here of Joe Graf? I think we will. We'll slide it in, force them all to go up several lanes. An absolute bully there on the bottom. Doesn't look like we'll quite get clears. We're still side by side with Kyle Weatherman. Take it a little bit easier. The thing bottomed out a lot. Weatherman's still with me. Still there. Finally just about clear him. Let's settle into a little bit of a gap. Like I said, you know, I can play some of these risky moves because of the fact that we've got the win on lock. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can move up a little bit here and try and save some tire, although I might just let a bunch of people by on the inside if I start doing this, but go ahead and move up a groove or two. See if maybe I can still hang tough and not have to put as much input. Now you see I get a pretty good run on exit right there, so that's good to see. I'll even take it to the extreme outside of this darker gray patch. See how it rolls. Seems like it's just kind of so-so, but that might help us manage our tire temp, so we're going to keep that in the back of our mind. Wondering if running maybe one lane up would be better. I'm kind of 2 lanes up right there. But with that being said, we got a really good run, so we're going to be side by side with Colby Howard here. Down into turn 1.
Clear.
Gonna clear me, but we're going to get a good run. We're able to turn down to the bottom for a big crossover move right here. A huge amount of momentum down the back straight. I'm going to lift nice and early, make sure we stick it there on the bottom because it can bottom out and push up the track as we've seen. Put it right down on the apron. This thing has unlimited grip. I'm enjoying it. I say that and I'm going to like wreck. Able to clear Howard, although he's going to look back to the inside. We should have a little bit more momentum on the outside here. And we do. Go to the outside. Not that far outside, but that's the end of our first 10 laps. Hey, I'm just happy to be on the track, and we're up a few spots, which is good to see. Trying to work the outside a little bit here to save our tires, because the AI seems like it's not slowing down one bit as this run goes on. Getting ourselves way out to that outside as we have such good momentum on the straights with this outside lane. I'm actually enjoying it a lot out here now. It feels good. Feels like I can turn the car nicely and still get a great run. Chad Fincham, we're going to sneaky here on the outside, 3 wide. Try and really fire it off in there. We are very, very high, maybe a little bit too high. This AI is able to get well clear, but you see I come almost back even with Fincham here. We go off into 3. I just don't think I'm able to carry quite as much speed as I need to on entry to make that outside work. Although on exit, I am gaining rapidly. I can't get off the wall. Oh my god, this is disastrous. Wow. Fincham, like, I just lost focus. Fincham came across a little bit, and I just pushed it a little too hard out into the wall. So we do have a bit of damage. I can feel it. Should have okay speed. We did before, but that was not good. Our right side's all beat up now, so the curse of running the outside is that you might hit the wall, and we've done just that. And this now is in damage limitation mode here. See if we can get past Bayley Currey. We might have to resort back to the bottom. I kind of wanted to try and save my tires. Out even with Curry right here, really pinching, as they're almost about 4 wide up there. That is very close. Just clear Curry on entry, so we're able to drive it where we want it. We'll do that middle high. Oh, we got to get on our horse if we want to get a good finish out of this. Annoying that we hit the wall like that, but that's the way it goes in racing. See, our tire temps have gone down a bit from running that outside. That's good to see. Haven't commentated a race in a while, a long one. I get a little water in me. I'm gonna have to push very, very hard to try and make moves. That's really gonna cause my tires to suffer. I think I'm gonna set a goal that we make it back in the top 20. Try and do that by the end of the race. We'll see. Maybe the AI will fall off a cliff and I'll just be absolutely rapid, but I just fit that in there with about 1 car's width of space on Ray Black. He's not gonna be happy. There we go. Hey, maybe I, you know, hit the right side in a little bit, give me a little bit of toe, a little bit of turn in. Maybe not. But this thing flies on the outside. My goodness, when you hit it just right on that high part of the dark gray, you can really soar through the corners. I'm gonna be doing 190 down here with damage. Went a little bit too wide that time. It's still really, really good speed. You see that tire temp creeping up a little bit. I am driving pretty fast on the outside. Hinge down a little bit, try and slow up Vinnie Miller so we can get clear, and we do. To the outside of Mills as well. Really drive it off in hard. This is fast, this track. Oh my goodness. This is grift up. Let's go. Outside of Joe Graf as well now. I'm just happy my game hasn't crashed, boys. Joe Graf clears me off. So we are now starting lap 20, so all good so far, although I probably have spoken the devil into existence and you will never see this. But let us hope that the game holds out. Really actually making good moves here on the outside. I'm liking it. Multi-groove racing? iRacing doesn't even have this. We got a great run. We're able to take it straight to the outside. We're going to clear Weatherman 3/4 of the way down the straight. And yeah, it's working real good for me on the outside at the moment. We are just able to drive around people, like, straight up. Although I'm talking all this, you know, with all this grandeur and talking about how great the car is, we are in 30th, so let's keep that in mind. We're in 30th and the leaders are in the middle of 1 and 2 at the moment, so let's get our perspective back under control. Let's take a look at the temps. Yeah, 209, 216, exactly where we were before. 3 on the outside right here. We're just gonna sail it. It's just I just turn the wheel and the car turns. It's crazy. I'm not used to that. We are flying here on the outside. Really, really good stuff, though. I'm enjoying the racing. The AI is, you know, it's spreading out a little bit, and then there's some 2x2 action. It's good stuff. And, you know, stuff like this is why I'm never really one to criticize things on NR2003, especially things that people have made for the game, because I can have fun with just about anything on NR2003, you know. I'm so fascinated and I just enjoy driving, so, you know, and if I'm having fun, that means it's good. I know that there's people out here critical of, you know, paint schemes or, you know, what looks realistic or that sort of thing. You know, that stuff's all great, and I like it when stuff looks realistic, and that's cool, but you know, it doesn't mean it's bad that it's not, you know, the most realistic, the most accurate, or whatever, you know. Especially when people have put their time in on stuff with the game, so. You know, these longer races get me going on tangents. I'm not even thinking about something in particular. I'm just saying in general, you know. Every once in a while, I'll see people are critical of certain things that other people have made for the game, and I'm like, you know, one day people aren't going to make things for NR2003, and that'll be a sad day, so you want to encourage, you know, as many people as you can to stay with it and and get into it. So we're kind of in a little bit of a dead zone gap right here. Hoping I'm able to close down these guys ahead. I have really good pace, it seems like, so we'll see what we can do. It's at about 1.1 to BJ McLeod. Staying at about 1.1, although now it's down to 1.0. The pack ahead of us is getting real dicey all of a sudden, so that should help us close up. See what we can do. Want to keep an eye on the temps down here. So yeah, we are heating up a bit because we're running that bottom. So it's hurting our lap times a tiny bit. And if kind of running this middle high would be a better way to go about it.
There's the cross flag. We're halfway home.
Alright, so that's the halfway point. We made up some spots, we hit the wall, we lost some spots, and now we're feeling good, but we're in 27th. Loving the car. I think, you know, I don't know if it has anything to do with the setup or it's just this track, but it just turns all the time. And it does not oversteer either, which is really, really good. Definitely are closing down that gap now as these guys got all racy up here. It's going to help us out a lot. The Anthony Alfredo's out here in my lane. Not sure that he's going to make it work. I like this kind of outside lane though, where I don't have to barely worry about hitting the wall because I can just crank the wheel and the car will turn. It's good stuff. Interesting, McLeod was very shallow going into that turn. Team slide up a bit, and that's going to close the gap even more for me. We're getting very close now to this group of cars. Still a long way off the leaders, but could scrape a decent result from this race after everything we've gone through to get here. That would be nice.
Car inside. Keep high. Clear inside. Car inside.
Alright, so we're going to stick it on the outside right here. It's where we found success earlier on, so let's keep it up. Ooh. Let's not do that, though. Letting those tires cool out a little bit. Gonna be starting lap 32 right here, so only a little ways to go yet, but you know, we're doing the best we can. That's all you can really ask.
Inside. Stay high. Stay high.
Really able to just fly on the outside. Hopefully that'll give us a good run here, because there's nobody directly ahead of me.
Car inside.
Bilicki's gonna come over and kind of kill my momentum at the end.
Clear inside.
I'm way out near the fence. It just seems like they're able to carry a little bit too much speed on those shallower lines. And that doesn't help. They were just a tiny bit slower on the inside, and I was able to do this outside lane, I'd be gaining on them. Alright, let's get an update. So Michael Annette is your leader, followed by Chastain, Harrison Burton, Justin Allgaier, No Gregson, and Chase Briscoe. He is down, having a bad performance, 5th or 6th, so it's not good for him, although it looks like it's a big pack race up there, along with some cars kind of spread out in between. We're going to get down on the bottom. This is probably going to help our position, but not our tires. Although that being said, I pretty much haven't felt a loss of grip whatsoever this entire race. We're going to be coming to get 20 to go right here.
Car outside. Still there. Clear outside.
See, we're able to make gains
20 laps to go.
on the inside. 20 to go now.
Clear. Outside. Still there. Keep low.
I never noticed this, and I don't know if it's just this track or it's something new or some setting that I changed. Ryan Sieg's head is a marshmallow right now in my rearview mirror. And when he gets closer, it changes back into a helmet. Let me let him catch it. Yeah, it changes into a helmet. Wait, everybody's head's a marshmallow. What's going on? Has that always been a thing and I've never noticed it before? No way, right? I'm not that crazy. I surely would have noticed. Maybe it's some setting I've changed, something to do with draw distance or something like that. I did try and make a few changes to have things run a bit smoother and try and limit game crashes. Oh, Sieg slipped to my inside as I was stunned by Marshmallow Head. And imagine somebody fast forwarding to this point in the race and wondering what on earth I could possibly be talking about. They're 3 wide ahead. Alex Labbe's just driving straight into the wall. A little bit dicey out there. We're going to ride the bottom here. Move up a lane, but Alex Labbe's way on the outside. Apparently we were 3 wide. I don't know about that. Didn't feel like we had enough room for that to work. Just careful on the bottom. Try not to slide up. The tires are going away a little bit, that's for sure. But still, that inside's really good. Sieg is taking that to the extreme down there. Work the outside, see if there's anything out here for us. It's going to be all about that straight line speed on the straightaway. And we do have a really good run to the outside of Jeremy Clements. See if we can sneak to the outside here on exit. Almost straight into the fence, but just in time the car turns. That'll put us into the top 20 if we can get clear. Drove it hard off in there. Still there on the inside, unfortunately. Gonna have to try and clear on the straight right here. We should do it. I think we've got just enough momentum. Come on, baby. I see him in my side mirror. Spotter's taking the time to tell me to keep digging when he should be telling me clear. That being said, we do get clear, and we are in the 20th, so we made up our goal right here, and we still have 14 laps to do some work. Looks like that lead pack's gonna have a pretty crazy finish up there, but you know, we've taken a disaster and turned it into an alright race. You know, I'm really happy with how the car's driving and the speed that we have. And this track's pretty wild, so there is that. I do like that I'm able to run wherever I want, though. That's really cool. This one might be fun to race online, actually, against other people. So you could run a lot of different lanes. Might have to make the inside a bit slower, though, for it to be fair. Colby Howard got pushed way out right there by Daniel Hemrick, so he's in trouble.
Stay low. Still there.
Should get ourselves clear, hopefully.
Keep low.
Well, Howard's hanging with me, so I gotta keep it down here. Now it's 2x2 here with Starr and Hemrick and Colby Howard. There's our clear. We're going to be 3 wide here if we get a good enough run. It will be 3 wide across the line. Down into T1. Let's keep it on the bottom. Keep it down near the white. Are still turning very, very well. And we'll clear each and every last one of them. And that'll put us up into 17th place. So a great comeback drive. And it should be, what's this, going to be 9 to go? Or, no, 10 to go for me. Alright, so let's try and see if we can make our way into the top 15 with the time we got remaining. Maybe even get a little bit more. Chase Briscoe has assumed his spot at the front of the pack, but it looks like it's anyone's game up there. And Bayley Currey may play a role in the finish. We shall see. You know, imagine if you didn't have to worry about lap traffic on this game. Alright, so I tried running the outside there. It just doesn't seem fast enough. Tires are pretty worn, but they're pretty cool. So I'll go ahead and work the inside. We'll commit to that for the rest of the race. I think that's just the faster way for me. You see, I pull a bit of a gap to everybody behind me. We're gonna have to get a move on if we want to get these guys ahead. It should be 7 to go right here. Still quite a few spots up for grabs, and you know, like I said in this race, you know, we got our win, so we can afford to push and try and, you know, to get spots and get ourselves a good seeding position. Because I'm pretty sure if 2 people are tied on wins, then it goes down to points based, and it'll seed them in that way. Or they either start on equal points. I'm not really sure. You know, this game obviously won't have stage points or, you know, that sort of thing, so, you know, we won't have any of that sort of stuff, or like, you know, stage win, playoff bonus, I don't know. I don't know what any of that stuff is. I'm a boomer.
Stay low.
Take me back to 2003.
Keep low.
Alright, so we should about clear Bacarella as we're coming down to get 5 to go, so I would say that, oh, Brandon Jones just pushed up Brett Brown a lot. Is that Brett Brown? Brandon Brown? I don't know, I'll check when I drive up next to him.
Just 5 more to
Brandon.
go. Car outside.
Brandon, I think that's what that said.
Outside.
I'm about to check my driving into him. Oh no, I let Cesar Bacarella to the inside, the distraction.
Car outside. Stay low.
Didn't want to look like a fool. Being said, Bacarella's driving in the middle of the track, so I'm going to have to back out of it nice and early. Try not to push up too much right here. We're actually dicing it up a little bit with these guys. That's good to see. Looks like Chase Briscoe might be on his way to his 4th win of the season. I want to let Brown back to the inside, so I'm kind of going to park it in the middle. Might actually be starting to fade here with the tires a little bit. So it will be 3 to go next time by.
Car outside.
Just able to get to the inside of Bacarella there. That's good. Should help us out in getting up into the top 15.
Still there.
Realistically, I'm not even sure if Riley Herbst is catchable. I mean, we're going to have to clear Cesar Bacarella first and foremost.
Still there.
Run it right down at that white line, skipping across the track right there, bottoming out.
Keep low.
Still side by side with Bacarella. Great battling right here with 2 to go. He's able to hold it on that outside.
Stay low.
I think tire wear's finally catching up to me a little bit. Still out there. Go away.
Clear.
Okay, cleared just about there on the straight. I thought he was going to have a run, but not quite. It's going to be the white flag. I'm trying to drive it hard. I'm really hooking the wheel to the left.
Outside. Stay low.
And Brandon Jones got a terrible run, so we're able to get to the inside.
Flag. 1 more lap to go. Still there. Keep low.
See how much we can get right here.
Clear.
Gonna need to clear Jones if we want a chance at Herbst, although Bacarella's looking back to the inside. Herbst might be a little bit out of reach. We're gonna drive it hard. Oh, he's gonna come down. I can't quite get my car there. I didn't want to throw it all away, and it's gonna be a 14th place finish. Herbst defended me to perfection. He just squeezed down enough to where I wasn't comfortable going for that gap. And, you know, if that was for the win, I definitely would have tried to shoot the bottom right there, but not to be on this day. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this race. You know, maybe not what you expected with a 2020 season mode and a 2013 version of a track, but I had a load of fun, and it was a good recovery drive. So if you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing for me. I do appreciate you so much for watching. I'll see you next time at Texas.